I ain't been broke in a minute. I'm tryna run these digits. Put my little bro in the penny. We hop at the car with extensions. These niggas be pistols, they switching. Playing with bro, then you go on the mission. Me and my niggas, we all on the mission. Focus on money, ain't worried about bitches.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we are back with another Mobile Legends video. So in this one, we have a huge variety of topics we're going to be covering a lot in this video. But before we get started and before we get into it, I want to announce that I have started another channel, and I'll leave it linked down below in the description because I'd appreciate if you all would go and subscribe to that channel, especially if you want to see reactions of like full MPL gameplays, if you want to see me reacting to other content creators in the community and stuff like that. That's going to purely be more so for the full-on reaction content that's not getting posted here on this channel. Because this channel, we really cover a lot of news and opinions and perspective and stuff like that surrounding esports mainly. So I wouldn't react to an entire MPL game here on this channel right here, but you would probably see that over there. I would just react to the highlight moments of what went on throughout the MPL on this channel. So that's kind of the difference between the two channels and the two different types of content you'll be able to see. So yeah, that's another channel that I'm trying to get started. I'm trying to get going. That way I can be consistent and post a little bit more for you all, because I don't want to flood this channel with content that you all are not interested in seeing. So just reacting to any and everything, it's not, you know, like I wanted to give you all the content that you want to see. So yeah, that being said, please go to the description and check out that channel, go and subscribe. And yeah, like let's jump into it. So starting out here, we have a few Mobazane topics. So apparently there's a new big scam according to Mobazane. So let's get educated on this. Let's do our homework and research and see what's going on with this new scam Zane's talking about.
Apparently somebody was like scamming the system. Somebody was scamming ML. Basically, they give me diamonds, right? If I took those diamonds and started selling you guys skins for a little bit cheaper, that's basically what somebody else was doing. And that's the reason why they made it, they took away the whitelist. So for a tiny amount of time, I could actually instantly add you guys and send skins for a very small amount of time. And then it was gone because somebody was fucking abusing it.
That's crazy. So somebody was getting free diamonds. So that means that if you're on a list to get free diamonds and you're selling them, that means it's a YouTuber. YouTubers is out here scamming their fans like that? Bro, if you get those diamonds for free, what type of person are you to start selling skins to your fans? That's crazy. Like, that's really insane. I can't believe that a YouTuber would actually do that. That's crazy.
Of course. Are you the one live streaming TikTok? No. But the reason I stopped isn't even because I want to keep the diamonds myself. It's just the thing where I have to have you guys added for a whole week before I can give you a skin is it gets so confusing on who actually is there for a skin, who's not. Like, and then if they have font, I have to go through my whole friends list trying to find them. It's a hassle, man. If I could just instantly send skins, I would still do giveaways for sure, no question. But ML just kind of made it it's just unnecessary hassle.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I didn't know that a YouTuber was scamming their own fans. That sucks. Or some type of influencer. Maybe it wasn't even a YouTuber. Maybe it was another type of influencer. But yeah, that's crazy. Let me know what you all think about this topic in the comment section down below. I find it hard to believe that influencers are really out here doing this to the people who put them in the position to be able to do YouTube like this. So it's weird to betray your fans like that. But yeah, let me know what you all think. Let's move on to the next topic. All right, y'all. So in this one, we're going to be listening to how 5-man in North America is like the MPL in Indonesia. So, I mean, this sounds kind of crazy, but I want to see where Zane is going with this because obviously he's respected. He is a player who's played in multiple different countries. So he knows the experience that he's had when he's played. So I'm actually interested in this statement and seeing what he's talking about.
That's actually fucked, man. Was that my first Anton game this season? It might have been. Or second? Nah, second.
Is it possible for a Hylos jungle game?
Hylos?
Great work.
Probably, I could. Yeah, I could. Cause it's really hard to play like wacky heroes in 5-man right now. It's literally just the same. It's the same exact people going against each other. pretty bad right now in 5-mans. 5-mans in NA is basically an MPL. Put it that way. If you can remember an MPL, like if you're in Indonesia, if you know MPL Indonesia, that's basically NA.
Sir,
Literally the size of the country.
Gaze
I'm not exaggerating.
upon the edge of the void.
That's basically what 5-man is. Here. You'll very rarely see others outside of the MPL. It's the best way I could put it.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was going to be a whole different context, but that's actually not that bad. And it's true. Like when you're at the top level, you run into the same teams all day, every day. So because it's only so many teams in the country that play at that level and so many players that play at that level. So you're coming across the same players, the same combination of players and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much is how the country goes over here. So yeah, let's move on to the next clip. This was actually a highly requested clip that people wanted me to check out because they wanted me to give my opinion on what Mirko and Arashi thinks the two teams in Indonesia would be for Zane. I guess the best teams would be for Zane. So we're going to be checking this out, seeing what they think, see what teams they think that Zane would potentially go to, since we know that he's supposed to be moving to Indonesia to go and compete there. So yeah, let's jump into it, y'all.
Last question to end the day. This is so there are rumors right now that Zane is going to be actually coming into Indo, right? So which team in Indo will Mobazane fit in according to his playstyle? Also, which two teams do you reckon he's trying out for as a jungler? Because I mentioned in my stream that he's trying out for two teams, well, not trying out, but two teams were interested in him. So out of the 9 teams that we have right now in MPLID, tell me just one team that will suit him, Mobazane, as a jungler.
Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah. Because you know what I said back when, after M3, I said he would fit in Bigotron.
Really?
Systematic playstyle. That's like BTK.
Is he systematic?
Oh yeah, he's very intelligent about the game. He's very smart.
I guess.
That's true.
And they didn't have brands after M3, right? So it's like the replacement of brands, I thought, after M3. But now I don't think he'll fit in Bigotron, especially with Ken.
Yeah. So it has to be, I feel like it has to be a team that has good...
You know what I think?
Right. I feel like it's a team that like would play around the jungler. Because I
don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
It's gonna be like
someone that needs a stable jungler who can retry, who's reliable.
What's your take then? What do we?
Dewa would be a good fit. Their whole team is.
See, I don't know, but where he was going, where he said it has to be a team that plays around the jungler, I would probably agree more with that, since Zane is used to playing on teams that plays around him. And yeah, I mean, when a team is playing around him, he's usually very dominant. And because he is a strategist, because he understands the game so much and he shot calls and things like that, I believe it works out when teams play around him, as opposed to a team just using him for his retry ability. I don't necessarily know if he would fit into that. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Oh, I think that it would be a huge nerf, just somebody who's just, like, you'll be nerfing yourself, like not capitalizing on Zane's strengths if all he's good for is a retry. It's like, that's kind of weird. Like, he's like the backpack that's running around carrying a retry. That's what it sounds like they try to put Zane as, what he trying to put Zane as.
Is so fucking like bombastic. They always look for crazy plays. One stable mid laner that can make, jungler that can make calls. It can be like in the pillar of stability. I think it'll fit. They need a consistent jungler. They you know what's wrong with Lanaya? He's amazing, but
he's inconsistent.
His mental is pretty dog shit.
Right.
So if you get someone as mentally tough as Zane in that roster, I think they can go places.
There's also the language barrier issue, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, right?
I guess
but Zane has a few like Indonesian vocabulary. Anjing, kontol.
I was about to say. I'm not sure if that would like be beneficial in pro play.
Turtle anjing.
Guys, turtle anjing. Oh, that'll be so funny though. Like in the mic check.
The mic checks will be good.
Yeah, Dewa makes sense.
And Dewa can afford him.
I feel like would he do well in Alter Ego?
That's a good take. That's also, it's the same concept, right? The whole team's bombastic. They like to make crazy plays. They need a stable jungler that they didn't have, unfortunately, for last season.
Right.
Now that Sully Boy's gotten married, I think he is going to take a break.
I mean, he might.
He might.
You get married and you
And
don't.
that might be the opening for someone like Zane to step in, right?
If it happens, you heard it here first.
There you go. So our predictions, not predictions, but best team for Arashi, it's Alter Ego.
Yeah. I think
Because of the same concept. Same, like, because like...
sort of. And I think I feel like Alter Ego has been expanding towards flexibility.
Yes.
Right? Because usually it's always like
Aggressive,
aggressive, and it has been working. But with teams, with the meta shifting and the teams also learning how to really turtle and avoid these stifle the snowball. Yeah, there seems to be a bit more flexible, and we saw that Rossi, once he actually has a lot more play styles to offer in different situations, they're doing much better. So I think the same idea can be applied in the jungle, right? So now you have flexibility in the roaming position, in the jungle position as well. I feel like that could be very good.
There you go. So Alter Ego for Arashi, that's your question answered.
All right, y'all. So yeah, that was a good one. That was a good video. I love the breakdown. I love their logic behind why they think Zane fits at those roles. That was actually a very, very good takes from them. So yeah, let's move on to the next clip. Let me know what you all think in the comment section about that, by the way. All right, y'all. So in this one, it looks like we're going to be getting information on some teams interested in Hadji. So let's jump into it and see what's going on here.
And then ang susunod ay yung about sa nagre-leak about Hadji to Evos. Dati naman na talagang Evos si Hadji, di ba? Kakampi pa ako, magkakakampi pa kami ni Killer, Honda Beast, di ba? Dati naman siyang Evos talaga. Pero kidding aside, interested sa kanya yung Evos. So yun, interested sa kanya, hindi lang Evos, napakaraming team ang interested kay Hadji na mga team, especially sa Indonesia. So yun ang sagot, wala pa, interested lang, yun ang isasagot ko, interested sa kanya. Maraming interested na team sa kanya. Pero malay natin, blacklist pa din siya, pero iba na ang role. Diba? So yun yung aabangan nyo. Wala pang final decision, pero
so another potential import to Indo. Okay, a lot of Indo teams are interested in Hadji. That's interesting. What y'all think about that? Y'all want to see him over there?
Much as possible, ayaw na naming mawalay si Hadji sa iba pang team. Pero gaya nga ng sabi ko, malay natin may magandang offer na mahirap tanggihan, di natin masasabi. Basta ang deadline ng MPL submission, roster submission ay January 15. Yun lang siguro ang ma-update ko about dun sa nagre-leak na about Hadji to Evos Legends.
Okay, so yeah, there we have it, man. So another potential import to Indonesia, which is interesting. Obviously, it's interesting seeing that. So yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. All right, so in this one, it looks like Mirko is going to expose Rose for bashing ONIC during M5. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see, because we obviously know what side Arashi and Mirko was on. So let's see what they have to say about her.
We're calling Rose out because she kind of like...
We're going to expose Rose. And he's like, I'm half Filipino. I'm like, what?
I can't do this.
It's kind of like the Malaysian fans, right? Like, even though right now their teams aren't performing that well in M series, they're not gonna move like, oh, I'm Filipino all of a sudden, right? So yeah, they're not gonna.
Hold on, she did that, bro. Let me find. Hey, she a real one, bro. Like, yo, she's a real one, bro. She saw Indo getting clapped so hard, she tried to bring out her Filipino heritage. That's crazy. Hey, I respect this. She like, yo, they getting clapped right now. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm celebrating for my Filipino side. Like, hey, shout out to Rose, man.
Asian fans, right? Like, even though right now their teams aren't performing that well in M series, they're not gonna move like, oh, I'm Filipino all of a sudden, right? So yeah,
except if you're Rose. So yeah, except if you're Rose.
I know.
Yeah, Rose plays both sides.
We're calling Rose out because she kind of hops.
Yeah. So Homeboy's lost, right? So she was bashing on. We're gonna expose Rose. We're gonna expose Rose.
I can't do this.
She was bashing ONIC.
I know.
She was bashing ONIC, right? At M5 in the town room. She was bashing ONIC.
What you talking about?
And then I was like, fuck you. Right? And then Homeboy's lost, and I'm like, and then he's like, no, I'm AP Red. I'm like, what the fuck? This is bullshit.
Guys, It's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Whatever's convenient.
And he's like, I'm half Filipino. I'm like, what? What? What is this? What is this?
I'm Pinoy, so I'm Sugarol, di char.
Well, I've never seen. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Rose is hilarious.
yeah, it's all in fun. It's
but
just
yes,
a joke.
I'm sorry. Genchana.
Yo, that's hilarious, man. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to them. Yo, I do like the community that they got going on over there, man. It does seem like interesting stuff is happening over there in Indo. So yeah, I gotta give Indo a little bit of praise and stuff like that too. But let's move on to the last story here that we have for this video. All right, y'all, last but not least, as you can see, we have KBG on the Filipino server. And they're going to be going against the GOAT himself, Flaptzy, obviously, and then a couple of other pros, Chaknu. And yeah, they're going to get some strong, obviously, Filipino pros. So is China taking over now? Like, if you want to see my entire reaction to this video, it is over on my second channel. So be sure to go and subscribe to that channel. It's going to be linked in the description. But yeah, let me know what you all think. Is China going to be a huge threat to the Philippines? Let me know if you think that that's going to be the country to do it. And it's going to be crazy if Indo gets pushed to the side after being here from the beginning, and then China just comes in and starts just sweeping shit, and becomes that new country that's being compared to the top 2 countries in the world. Because right now, obviously, the Philippines is seen as number 1, but what would come in number 2, I would say, is Indonesia. I mean, it's not really any other countries as dominant as those 2 countries. And I mean, yeah, that's just how it is. So if China, do you all think China's going to come through and just start sweeping shit? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section on this. Like I said, be sure to go subscribe to the other channel to see all the full gameplay here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, yo. So let me know what you all think about everything that we've covered in this video. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.